All right, so welcome back. This is the second video in my Farming Valley Modpack video series. I have done a few things between the videos, but I wanted to go ahead and get us started here because as you can see in the bottom right, I'm almost out of water or my thirst is really low. And there was something I wanted to show you with when you take drinks. So first of all, this is the first one that you start with, and it gives you a few. Now, this is what happens when you fill it from any source of water I've found. Doesn't seem to matter what the source of water is, whether it's a source that you've made or what, but you get dirty water. Now, as you can see, it does have an effect on you. It gives you thirst, which, as far as I can tell, it doesn't cause you any damage. It does turn your thirst bar green temporarily, but otherwise it doesn't seem to cause any problems. So I just continue drinking until I'm full. All right. So as you can see, I did a few things here. I've got my crafting table set out, and I've got two boxes to put my items in because it was getting, my inventory was very full, and I just realized it's also getting to nightfall. So let's go ahead and settle in. All right. So the next step in this process for this game is to summon the goddess again. And you'll notice I only have one flower now. It's the one that she dropped when she left. It seems like I ran into some kind of an odd glitch where if you watched the previous one, you may remember I said I got 4 flowers instead of or I got 8 flowers instead of just 4. For some reason, the flowers overwrote my sword, and when I went to move them, my sword reappeared and the flowers disappeared. So if that happens to you, you can resummon the goddess and get another flower the same way with the 2 flowers in the flower pot, or 3 flowers in the flower pot. Anyways. Oh, and we're also going to need 2 dozen logs. Okay, so we're going to drop that and resummon her. Oh, hello again. If you've forgotten, we're looking to bring our first villagers to town. I just need 2 dozen logs to help you get started. And just to be clear, she does mean oak wood. I've tried other types of wood, at least with some of the other blueprints, and other types of wood didn't work. I haven't tried 2 dozen like dark oak or anything like that with her, but go ahead and just put the oak wood in your hand and right click on her. Oh, huh? You're supposed to be going to see Jade, not me. If you haven't yet get a Carpenter house built and visit her upstairs with a flower. If you're in trouble and lost the blueprint, just bring me another 2 dozen logs and I'll give you another one. Okay, I'm running into some odd glitches there. Oh well. But this is what you're supposed to get. So I got what I needed anyways. That was just odd. Alright, so let me go ahead and come over here. And I plan to build the carpenter's house up in this area. Now, let me just show you what happens here. As you set it down, it appears in front of you. Now, I'm not going to create it yet, but that's what it looks like. What I actually want to do first is I want to create some level land. So I'm going to go through and clear out all of this. Get rid of the shrubs and grass and stuff too. I'm gonna need another shovel, so let's just go make one really quick. I'll need, oh, more sticks. Oh, let me show you one other thing too. These bird's nests, you get these when you harvest from any of the vanilla trees that come with Minecraft. So when you're harvesting oak, dark oak, any of those, you get these bird nests that drop randomly. They don't stack, unfortunately, but they do have something useful in them. Now I'm going to say really quick here that one thing I did is I did add the inventory tweaks mod so that it does the auto refill, which I find that incredibly helpful, especially when doing something like this. Oh, which of course it didn't work that time. Let me go ahead and just do this and fill my hotbar up. There we go. And that's all of them. So what I got out of that, I got some bone, a gold nugget, some flint, a couple fish, some feathers. I even got some paper and string. And you also get a bunch of sticks as well. And by the way, you may notice I got my achievement book back. I realized that they have these little blue mushrooms that spawn in forests, and those give the blue dye that I needed to make purple dye to remake the book. Anyways. I also want to get out my iron. And we'll make an iron shovel. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And just finish out using my wood shovel. So yeah, going back to what happened with the goddess flowers, I have noticed some minor glitchiness now and then. One issue that I found later in, oops, all right, time for my iron shovel, is you will get things that you can plant that you can harvest them without destroying the plant. But they can only be grown in certain seasons, for example, only in the spring. And I've ran into an issue where after the spring was over, the ground where I had those plants developed some weird glitchiness to them. And so I would suggest if you're planting, for example, a spring only crop, you may want to pull up all of the actually, come to think of it, I pulled them up before I actually went into summer. So yeah, it's just something to be aware of, that you may run into an issue. What I would suggest is when you're planting those crops, plant them in a place where you're not planning to move them or do something else in that spot. Make it a permanent location for your planting. All right. So I've got that, got enough space cleared here. So this is what we're going to do. And the reason I had to clear out all of that grass is you'll see it will actually like hover over the grass if you don't clear it. So I wanted to make sure it was flat on the ground. So you choose your location, you right click, just a straight right click, and then it will stay there and you can actually move through it, move around it, see where the edges of the building are, make sure it's where you want it to be, and that's perfect. So, and then you can hold down the shift key and right click again and he will get started. All right, so that's our carpenter. He will be building all of the buildings in the village, starting with his own. As far as I can tell, he does not have one to build for you, though. So you're building your own house, which suits me just fine, but just something to mention. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to bring this whole area down to this level to create a flat area. So I need to clear 3 levels of dirt. And it does take time for him to finish building the buildings. The larger the building, the longer it takes, of course. So I may do some of this off screen just because it is a little tedious probably to watch me sitting here clearing dirt. But my plan is it will all be down to this level and I will be building my home back here. I will probably fill in some of this area to create a square. Yeah. All right, so let's see how he's doing over here. So he's still working on that. So I think while he continues on that, I am going to go chop down another tree because you're going to need a lot of wood. Okay, I'm not sure what that... there's a hotkey that will automatically sort my inventory and I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. Options, controls, inventory tweaks. Let's change that to I. Okay. And if you don't know where to find inventory tweaks, I'll try to include a link in the description for the video. So, in fact, I actually just remembered, let's go ahead and get an early start on the next step while he finishes building his house. We're going to be starting our farm area. Let's just dump all this in here. And I like to start out making a well. And actually I'm going to backtrack here because I have a specific spot that I want to build the well, but I need to remember where it's at. So in the course of building this village, I'm planning to make a path, or make paths throughout the village. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Come on, there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and clear. Oops, lag spike. Sorry about that. And I do apologize for the lagginess in some of my videos. My computer, you know, it's not the greatest. It's I was actually surprised that it could record Minecraft at all. And I had to make some tweaks to my graphics in order to be able to do that. All right. So this area down here is where I'm planning to have my farm, and the seeds that you will be getting can be planted in a 3x3 block area. So that's something I'm keeping in mind here as I design my little farm. And it is getting late, so it's time to reset the time again. So let's go ahead and head back to my bed. Okay. Now it looks like he is, if he's not finished, he's almost finished with his house. So let's go ahead and grab some flowers for Jade. Now Jade only accepts flowers that are from the default game. So like the ones from Biomes of Plenty, she just ignores. Okay. Alright, are you done, dude? I think I see Jade upstairs, so let's go ahead and talk to her. So this is his little house, now that it's all finished. And there's Jade. Nice to meet you. I'm Jade. I'm kinda looking for a flower right now. So, give her a flower. Hey! Looks like you have a flower for me. The goddess told me all about you. I can't wait to see this town grow. I think the goddess wants to thank you for helping us out, so you should go see her. But afterwards, please do come back and visit me, as I have something I'd love to show you. Okay. I thought no, she doesn't give you the seeds yet. So let's go ahead and go back over here, grab our goddess flower. Where did it go? Problem. Where did my goddess flower go? Ah, there it is. Okay. Well done, dear. The town will be built in no time with you at the helm. Getting things done will probably cost you some money, though, so I'm happy to give you a starting gift of 1,000 gold. I hope you spend it wisely. Anyway, you should be off to see Jade again now. Thanks for the help. All right. I'm going to have to create a few more goddess flowers so that probably doesn't matter. Anyways. Now, one thing I noticed is in the pre-generated buildings that he makes, we do get chests, and there's actually stuff in the chests. And some very useful stuff. So let's go ahead and grab those. Hey, as promised, I have something to tell you about crop farming. Has anyone ever taught you before? How do I farm crops? Well, then let me teach you. The very basics of crop farming is that you need to till some ground. Once done, simply plant some seeds in the spot. Keep in mind that seeds plant in a 3x3 area. You'll need to make sure that those seeds are watered every day, or they will not grow, as well as making sure you have the correct crops for that season. In order to use your hoe, you simply have to right-click it to till your dirt into farmland. Before you can use the watering can, however, you will need to fill it with water. Take these and come back to me when you've grown yourself 9 hardy turnips. Oh, one final tip. If you want to speed up crop growth, you can sleep. Crops will grow every day, so this is the quickest way to get them to grow. All right, so she did give us actually 3 bags of hardy turnips. She also gave us, yes, a hoe and a watering can. So the hose that you can make, the default hose actually do not work. You have to use the hose that you get from her. Now I'm going to, let's see. I am so picky about how I do this, so don't mind me as I'm being a little OCD here as how I set this up. So 3, oops, there we go. All right, I think I will build okay, I'm gonna build a if I can think a well right here, and I'm gonna make the full size of it 6 by 6, but the actual well will be a little smaller than that. All right, let's go ahead and all right. So now I wanted to lay out, oh, that's bigger than 6 by 6. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, good job. Let's redo this. Let's see. I need to go one more over. 4, 5, 6. All right. There we go. This is where my well is going to be, in fact. Well, I won't worry about it yet. All right. So I'll be building the well later, but for now we want to go ahead and plant these hardy turnips. Okay. And let's till one more area. All right, now what you want to do is grab your watering can and fill it up and go around and water all of the crops. Now, if you have any tilled land that does not have any crops on it currently and you want to keep it tilled in order to perhaps save your your hoe from, because you do take damage over time, you know, on the hoe, just like a regular tool. You can get another new hoe from Jade, but if you want to save it, you can actually water the tilled tiles even though they don't have anything on them, any plants growing on them. Okay. And I just realized why that was off. I was going to have a 1 block space between my garden and the path, but that's okay. I knew I was going to do that. So what I'm doing now is I'm planning to have my paths be 3 blocks wide. And I wish you could make the path on dirt, but you can't. Okay. All right, so for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and go back to bed. And as you can see, it is still bright noon, well, 2 o'clock. And unlike with a lot of the mod packs or with the base game, you can sleep at any time and it will reset the time, as well as resetting your hunger. All right, so it's now 6 a.m. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in since I do want to do this correctly. All right, so they're all watered, and we're going to go back and reset the time again. And if it wasn't obvious already, and if you've played the game, you'll recognize this format. This is based on, what is it called? Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley, the games. Okay, so our crops have grown. And you can just right click to harvest them. And we're going to bring them over to Jade. Wow, you've done a fantastic job growing these hardy turnips. I am tempted to take them for myself, but you can keep them. I don't want you to have wasted your time on me. I should probably tell you that you can sell whatever you grow for gold. You'll just need to buy a shipping bin. If you want them, you can buy them directly from my brother's shop when he opens for business. To use them, all you have to do is right-click with the item held in your hand, and they should be ready to be shipped. In the morning, you'll get gold for everything you ship. If you don't want to ship everything by hand, just place a hopper next to the bin and it will happily insert. Profits go to whoever placed it. Just to let you know, though, the turnips you've been growing aren't really worth much. You'll need to grow some others, which you can get from me if you want to make more money. I do have a small supply, but I'm happy to trade for 5 flowers at any time. I would suggest, though, that you talk to my brother and get the general store built as soon as possible. The people there should be able to sell you much more variety than I could ever. As a last resort, take this sickle. You'll need it to harvest some crops, and it is pretty effective at destroying dead ones. Oh, that's probably the problem that I had before. I'll have to remember that. Okay. So we're going to go, now you'll notice the sign out front, he does not open until 9 o'clock and he's closed on Saturdays. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves busy for a little bit. Ah, we got turnip seeds. Now we're going to plant them in the right location. Oh, I wonder why it didn't do in the middle. That's weird. Okay, I'm getting some kind of weird glitch. That sucks. And what am I doing? Huh. Okay. So I've got some flowers to give her. So she should give me several bags of flowers for them. And she will continue taking them from your inventory until you run out of flowers. You just have to have a flower in your hand in order to do that. Okay, so I got 5 bags of flowers. Oops, I want that one. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try watering the ground before I plant the... Oh my gosh, what the heck? Okay, so yeah, weird little glitches. I don't know what's wrong, but... Let's go ahead and try this again. Okay, that's better. All right. All done. Let's go ahead and refill that. Now these are going to take several days to grow, so I think I will go ahead and leave this video here, and I'm going to make preparations for building my well, which I'm going to make kind of like a little gazebo or a little roof over it. So I will save that for the next video. And yeah, so thank you for joining me for my second video, and I hope you continue to enjoy my series. Oh, yeah, I just remembered that I was gonna get the harvesting or the supply box before I stop for this video, so let's grab that really quick. Alright, so the shipment box, I do need 16 oak logs. Do I have them? I hope I do. No, I don't. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get those off camera. But all you need to do is have the logs in your inventory. You don't need to click on him with them. And you just need to have the supplies and make note that this is stone, not cobblestone. So when it's time for you to build the general store, you will need to have a full stack of stone on hand. So keep that in mind for the future. Anyways, all right, I am going to work on getting that shipment box and set up for my well, and I will have that in the next video. Thank you for joining me, and click that upvote